Hello and welcome to the Book Bunch. This week we are going to be doing a book haul, which are always my favourite because it means I get more books. So this one's going to be lots of fun. The majority of this haul is all going to be done today, and I do have a couple more books coming, but I just couldn't wait to open these ones, so I'd tack the clip on the end for the extra ones as well. Most of these books are going to be from Amazon, but the package that's coming at the end is going to be from the Reformers Bookshop, which is a really cool online bookshop that we have here in Australia. So let's get into it. The first one I'm going to share with you is The Woman They Could Not Silence. This one did come in an Amazon package. I'm really sad because, as you can see, it's been damaged a little bit in transit, so that really sucks, but I'm not going to bother returning it and getting them to replace it because it's not a huge deal. It doesn't affect the reading, and it shouldn't affect the pages falling out or anything. This one is much thicker than I thought it was going to be, which does make me excited because I love Kate Moore's books. I have read her other one, Radium Girls. I will probably pick up anything else that she ever releases because I love her writing. I love the stories she writes about. I think they're so interesting. They are non-fiction, which is out of my comfort zone. I don't normally read non-fiction, but her stories are just so good, and the history that I learn about from her is always so interesting to me. Okay, then we have, I'm surprised this came in a box actually, but that's pretty cool. I got the complete fairy tales of Hans Christian Andersen. I love his stories. I think they are amazing. I love classic fairy tales, and to have a nice copy of his is going to be great. I can't wait to read this to my daughter. She's going to love it when she's a little bit older, so it's quite good. It's got all of his classic fairy tales that have now been turned into various Disney movies like The Little Mermaid, but I can't wait to read how they were originally written and what they were originally intended to be. So I'm really looking forward to this one. This is a beautiful hard copy. I don't normally get hard copies, but this was the nicest one I could find that was the complete fairy tales that actually had a cover I would want to display rather than one I would tuck away just because I don't like looking at the cover, and it just happened to only come in hardcover copy. So there we go, Hans Christian Andersen. I have also picked up quite a number of Christian fiction books recently. I'm kind of hooked after reading how good the Wing Feather Saga was. I didn't expect a modern Christian fiction series to be so good, and so now I have decided I'm on a mission to find more good ones, and I heard that The Story Peddler was quite good. I don't really know anything about this one apart from there is some kind of magic to do with stories and colour and different things, which kind of reminds me of Warbreaker, which is a Brandon Sanderson book. So I'll be interested to see how similar the magic systems are, if they're any good, if it is similar at all. And this is a trilogy, so if I like this first one, I will be picking up the other two as well. I have also picked up Romanov by Nadine Brandes? I don't know how to say it, I'm sorry. I have heard quite a number of really good things about this author. She is a Christian fantasy writer mostly, but she also has written some that are based on true stories. This is one of those. I don't know how fantastical it is compared to the true story it's based on, if it is completely non-fiction or if it is a fantasy retelling of a true story. So I'm really interested about it. It is about the Romanov family, which I believe was like Russian royalty or something like that. My history is really not great, so I could be saying the completely wrong thing. But I'm very excited to find out about it and read about this. And then if I like this, I wouldn't mind doing a bit of a deep dive into the royal family and finding out how similar it is. I have also picked up book 1 and 2 of Chuck Black's The Star-Lord Legacy. This is a sci-fi series. I believe there's 4 books in total. So if I like these, again, I will pick up the other 2. I am really interested in this because it is meant to be fantasy fiction with a Christian kind of, I don't know if it's like straight up Christian or if it's just clean and like has that subtle Christian flavor, I'm gonna say. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I love sci-fi. The cover as well, it gives me serious Stargate Atlantis vibes. So I really hope that this is a good one. Flight One also really reminds me of Brandon Sanderson's Skyward series. So I am really looking forward to it. Really love sci-fi. If I can find some good Christian sci-fi, I'm going to be a very happy chap, because sci-fi is my favorite genre. So yeah, if you know of any good Christian sci-fi, please let me know in the comments below, because I would love to read them. I've also picked up Mark of the Raven, which I've heard lots about. This one is, again, Christian fantasy that follows this girl who is the like descendant or next in line, whatever, to the, I want to say, Raven throne or something like that. Basically, it is in a society where there's these different houses that are all like government or royalty or whatever, and they each have a special skill, and that special skill is like a magical power most of the time. And she finds out that her like kingdom, I don't know, royal family, I don't know, her family, who she's a member of, is like the royalty or whatever, and their special skill is being used for evil and used for assassinating people. And she finds out and she gets tasked with a job to go assassinate someone, and she is like wrestling with herself about whether or not to go ahead with that, because she knows that it's wrong, but she also doesn't want to disgrace her family and everything. And yeah, it sounds really good. I'm really interested. This is also a trilogy, so I'll probably be picking up the other books in it, especially if this one turns out to be any good. So I also picked up the first book in the Ilium Chronicles called Resistance. This one sounds really interesting to me. It kind of is based on the Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego story, and even like the Daniel and the Lion's Den kind of story, where we follow this girl who is apprenticed to like someone in the royal kingdom or to the king himself, something like that. And she is very smart, very capable, and she believes in the one true God, and she ends up having to kind of hide that from people because a law is passed that says that no one can worship any other god except for the king's gods, and she obviously can't do that because she isn't going to commit idolatry. And so she is kind of in a life and death situation with trying to hide her faith and different things. and still do her job and be this apprentice. And yeah, it's about whether or not everything kind of goes wrong. I believe it's sort of like a medieval kind of fantasy, so kind of like Merlin, King Arthur, that kind of time period, but I could be wrong. I really don't know. I just heard great reviews on this from other booktubers, so yes, hopefully it lives up to that. That is all from this first part of the haul. I do have a couple of other books coming, like I said, so I will fast forward into the future to those videos now. Hi guys, me again. It is Sam from the future. It's a few days later and some more of my packages arrived. I'm really upset because I need to get this video out, and one of my packages, the last one, was meant to arrive today, but they had issues with the delivery, and so it's not coming for a couple more days, so it won't be in this one. But just to let you know, I had also ordered the York series, which I had never heard of before, but I heard about it on Chantel Reads All Day's channel, and I had to pick it up because it sounds so good and she loved the series. So I'll leave a link to her channel below. She is a fellow Christian booktuber and I love her stuff, so little shout out to her. But let's get on with the few extra books to add to this book haul. So we've got the last couple from Amazon, as well as some ones from the Reformers bookshop, which I love that place. They're not sponsored or anything, but they're a really cool Christian bookshop here in Australia that always seems to have good deals and always has books that I can't really find online or anything, and so I love getting books from them, and they always have free shipping over $60, which is cool as well. So Amazon first, and then we will look at the Reformers books that I got. Keeper. And here we go. So I got the 2 books in the Lightfall series. This was also one that I heard about from Chantel, watching one of her videos. I think she's only read the first one though, but her and everyone in her comments said that it's a really good series, so I picked it up. I'm really hoping I like it. I love the illustrations in this. Like, look how cute that is. Beautiful covers. I believe they're middle grade, and I'm really enjoying middle grade at the moment. I think it's just because they're always so clean and fun, and what's wrong with a bit of clean fun? So yeah, I love how adventurous and fun and funny they always are. So some more middle grades for my collection. And then of course the Reformers bookshop. So good. So I have a funny concentration face. I feel like I do. I like do this with my mouth. I don't know why, but I always do it that way. So comes with a cute little bookmark. I love their bookmarks too. They always have a cool color on the back, and then they always have a quote from a famous author or figure in like Christianity. So this one's John Bunyan, which is cool because I have his Pilgrim's Progress book, so that's really cool. I like that. The books here all bubble wrapped nicely. So, first up, the Dreamkeeper Saga. Oh, this cover feels really weird. It's a weird texture. I kind of like it. It's almost rough. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's like, it almost doesn't feel like paper. It's weird. But yeah, the first in the Dreamkeeper Saga. They also have the second one, but I'm waiting till it goes on another sale to pick it up. But this book is so beautiful. I love it so much. I'm hoping I really enjoy it because it looks so cute. And I like keeping the cute books on my bookshelf, but I also only like keeping books that I really enjoy. So hopefully I can hold on to this one. Let me know if you've read this in the comments below because I'd love to hear your thoughts. Then we have the last book in the Wing Feather Saga series. This is just a collection of short stories, which has been edited by the author, Andrew, but is actually written by other people. So I'm really interested to see how this goes, because I love the Wing Feather Saga. As you know, if you've stuck around the channel or watched more than probably one video, you know that it's my absolute favourite series. So I'm interested to see how this is. This one is the hardcover version, because I don't think they do this in paperback at all. So although it doesn't match my paperback version, it's alright. At least I will have the story. So I'll let you know how this goes and if it's anywhere near as good as the actual series itself. But I wanted to pick it up because if I can get more of this universe, I would happily have more of it. I also just noticed there was like this dark section in the middle, and I was like, what is that? It's like comic version. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. I'm really hoping that'll be great. Hopefully. And then lastly, The Sinking City, which I think this book is so beautiful looking. It is gorgeous. It was on a special, which I'm really glad about, because this is a bit of a pricier book. Not like undeservedly pricey, just when I can get things on sale, I prefer to do that. But this one's so beautiful. I can't wait to find out more about it. It's set in Venice, which I love Venice, so I'm really looking forward to this one too. And I happened to get a signed copy. I knew that they were selling a few signed copies, but they only had like 30 of them or something, and I didn't know if I'd be able to get one in time, because like when I originally saw that they had some signed copies, it was a few weeks prior and it wasn't on special, and so I waited till it came on special, and I am one of the lucky few to get a signed copy. So that is really awesome. That is so cool. I'm excited about that. It's my first signed book, actually. I've never had a signed book before, so I don't think it'll start me off on a crazy collection of signed books or anything, but it's cool to know that I have one, and I really hope I like the book, so that, yeah, I can have a treasured copy as well. So that is all of the books from the book haul. Like I said, I'm still waiting on the York series. I'll leave a little photo of it up here so you can see what it looks like. But yes, I am super excited for reading all of these books. I am super excited to get into more Christian fiction. I'm glad to find that there is some other good stuff out there, because it's always disappointing to me when I go to read a book and it's fancy and it sounds awesome, but then it's not clean. And I just like knowing that Christian fiction books are clean, even if they don't have a like Christian message as such. The fact that I know that it's kind of safe for my soul is really like good for me, because I'm become a super sensitive person when it comes to reading, probably because I read in such a large volume that if I'm reading not so nice stuff, it kind of compounds, and then it doesn't make me feel good. It gives me nightmares and all sorts of things. So yeah, I'm happy to know that I now have some really good books to look forward to in my collection. Let me know if you have any of them, if there's any that you want me to get for future book hauls, because you know I'm never going to stop buying books, because I'm a little bit obsessed. It's also my birthday in a month, so I need to start compiling a list of books that I want people to buy me, or that I'm going to buy with birthday money if I am lucky enough to get some, because yes, I don't know how I'm going to pick what ones are going to go to the top of my to buy list. So yeah, if there's any that you recommend, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll hopefully pick them up shortly and do a review for you. So have a great week. That is all for today, and see you in the next one.